Nathan is doing some epoxying of scales for the type knife, holders for the type knife. We'll be doing scales later today, hopefully. I am doing some water jet cutting, and Brad is doing some sharpening, or pre-sharpening we're calling it. So we're pre-sharpening the knives, getting them near an edge, going to do some work on them, and then do the final sharpen right at the very, very end. We've made a lot of progress in the last few days with the knife. You know, if you've been watching the videos, we've been doing loads of we've been making lots of progress basically. You know, just working the weekend, working long hours, getting the knife out, getting the scales CNC machined, all that good stuff. The holder, the sheath, pouch, whatever you call it. We're having a bit of an issue though with the epoxy we're using now. The epoxy is bonding the two sides of the holder together very, very well. I've been doing drop tests with that, and it's just like insane. It's never coming apart. Just bang, 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 dropping it on the concrete floor, throwing it down. The scales fitting into the blade, that's a different story. First drop was fine, second drop became apart. It's just like, right, okay, we gotta figure this out. So yeah, it's interesting to be back in a sort of trying to figure something out, because things have been going so well recently, and it's been, you know, hugely unfamiliar for me. So we're just going to cool them down and then smash them against stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll edit that out.
I call dibs on at least one.
Ooh. About to smash.
Yeah.
Are they that bad you can't salvage them?
Well, no, I want to make them that bad that we can't salvage. No, these are fails.
Those are titanium pill pots, 45 millimeters diameter. Not sure how long they are, but we've just had an order from someone, and they've ordered a set of 12 of them. So we had some at various stages of where we took them to before. Like, we've not really been selling them. They were part of a previous Kickstarter project, but they got different finishes. So we've been battling today to try and remember how we do the finish, because it's not simple. Like, you'll notice this one here is kind of floating. This one here has no lid. This one here is under the water. We put different weights inside to see how to suspend them at different levels in the barrels when we tumble them, and that affects the finish. Here's some other tests here. Yeah, you'd think you just put the stuff in, but tumbling has a whole load of subtleties and things like that, and that's one of the other things we're battling with today. I think I've just kind of found the recipe again. I've just got to try it a little bit more. What we've been doing is absolutely just testing these to death. I've been dropping them over and over again. Brad has been slamming them on the ground. We've just been like really just trying to get the scales to just break off. We just can't do it. So these being unbelievably well epoxied on, in combination with the holders here being unbelievably well epoxied on, just amazing. Yeah, like it's really it was tough earlier today. We were just battling, trying different things, and we seem to have got it. We just got a couple of little bits to dial in, but I think we're there. So we better explain what we're doing here, or what you're doing here, not me.
Well, I'm looking for a hammer.
Hammer. We'll get it. I'll get a hammer.
Do you have a proper hammer? Hey, we got a hammer.
What are we doing?
We're going to try some destructive testing. So we're going to try,
Destruction of the knife.
yeah, it's got a really nice edge.
So Brad sharpened it. If you don't know, Brad is a master at sharpening. He is going to be sharpening all these knives. He's done all the pre-sharpening today. How many knives did he pre-sharpen? 120 knives today?
100 and something, yeah.
100 and something. And that didn't take too long, a couple of hours maybe?
Yeah, a couple hours, yeah.
Couple of hours,
just to put an initial bevel on.
Initial bevel. And now we've done this experimental one. Brad's done this experimental one. He was itching to do it. It's sharp. We've been slicing sort of paper. And now we've got these bits of wood. I don't know, Brad knows what he's doing. I'm trusting him. So what are we actually doing? Or what are you doing?
I'm going to try batoning through them. Okay, another one. Oh. Some more wood.
That's quite a destructive test. That
Still shaving hairs.
still shaving hair. It's kind of coming together. This project. I'm impressed that's still sharp after that. But maybe I'm just not familiar enough with knives. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the issues we had yesterday with the tyke knife and not so much the holders, we figured them out. A ton of testing, an absolute ton of testing. If you have a look here. So we went away from the original heat cure epoxy that we were doing. We tried a couple of other different things. We did a bunch of testing last night, sort of on the ground. We did testing this morning, dropping them from up there over and over and over again. Went really well. So as you can hear, banging Dremel tool. We're cracking on with the making of the holders and the scales. Brad's doing the scales, Nathan's doing the holders. I'm doing something completely different. I'm doing these. These are salt and pepper shakers. I did a sale on the website about a week ago as I record this, so at least 2 weeks by the time you're watching this. And I just sold off these. They're an old product, we don't do them anymore. Here's another one. I never actually launched this. This is a raw one. It's a product I did a while ago. Yeah, so we sold them off really cheap. They all just went literally within like 2 hours or something, or an hour and a bit. They just disappeared, all these. There was dozens and dozens of them. Yeah, so that's tumbling today. Getting closer. We have the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But yeah, we have 9 ready to go. So Brad is going to sharpen them, I believe.
Yep. That's the next step.
The final sharpen is the final part of it. We've got holders here. Those are fully finished, ready to go, and we'll click them together. And fingers crossed. I don't even need to cross my fingers. We've been through a lot of hell the last couple of days, so I'm pretty confident. Well, quietly confident, or noisily confident.
Let's explore our love. We'll leave the world behind. Can you feel me, baby?
1 is doing shakers, number 2 is doing shakers, salt and pepper shakers that is, hence why it's so noisy. Holy moly, not getting a lot of filming done today. We've got an aim for the end of the week to get all the tyke knives out, or almost all of them out. We've had some rejects on the blades and stuff, like pitting and something, not quite sure where it's from. So there's some rejects that haven't made it, so we don't quite have enough. So I'm going to have to make some blades from scratch and some scales from scratch, and we should have enough holders. So, but if we can get like 95% or whatever shipped by the end of the week, like that's what we're aiming for. So that's why I'm not probably filming as much as I usually would, but at least you're getting something. You know what? Today is going pretty well. Working through the shakers pretty quickly. That's sort of just about to do the last of them here, and then they've got a couple more stages to go. Nathan has been epoxying holders like a madman. Brad has been epoxying holders. Blades, I've been epoxying blades. We've been sharpening blades. We've got our first 10 fully finished upstairs. It has been a busy day. I got somewhere between 30 and 40 pairs of salt and pepper shakers done. We got something like 20 knives sharpened, so fully finished and sharpened. 15 or 20 ready to be sharpened, which Brad will get onto tomorrow. It's going really well. Nathan got 80 holders epoxy together. We've got the last 20 of those in the oven curing right now. So we only have to do something like 130, 140. So that's awesome. It's a little bit more to go tomorrow. So tomorrow is Thursday as I film this. Yeah, it's good. It's good to get progress. The drop tests and stuff of the knives, they absolutely blew my mind. I had no idea. Well, firstly, the reason we had issues before is we didn't know the process, you know, the sort of roughing up the parts before we did it and how much to put on. But you know, we sort of spent a little bit of time testing and tweaking, and you know, we kind of got it. But holy moly, I cannot believe what they withstand. You know, we were doing full-on destruction tests, so that was pretty cool. I'm already starting to think of the next sort of project, and as I film this, I've got 48 hours left on Kickstarter for this friction folder knife here. So this is by the time you see this video, this knife, it will have ended on Kickstarter. It's doing pretty well. I think it's got something like 130 something backers. If you watched my video the other day, I sort of talked about where, you know, when I prototype or when I make something and kind of launch it or pre-launch it or pre-order it, should I say, there's always like one or two at least things where I'm just like, oh, you know, I hope this works. And again, I'm paying the price again. If you look at, you see that screw there, hopefully you can see that, just the main screw. That's called I think that's called a pivot. So you usually have a screw on each side, machine screw on each side, and a what's called like a barrel through the center. Now, I don't seem to be able to buy them. You can buy them for bigger, thicker knives than this, and yeah, I thought it would have been easy for my machinist to do it. He can do it, but the cost is it's just high for doing it. So it's interesting to sort of move from, you know, from this project, hopefully it's almost out the door, and got to start manufacturing this. I ordered the metal today for it, so it should be here around a week from now, just over a week from now. And yeah, so, but it's gonna be fine, like everything turns out okay pretty much. So yeah, kind of excited to start this knife, and I think I will call it a day at that. I will, of course, leave you with a quote. It is by Robert Collier, and he said, "Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out."